This tutorial is about getting back a fewer number of coins and change, and it's from the perspective of the customer who goes to a till with a certain number of dollars and bills and coins and wants to get back the smallest number of coins and change. So depending upon what coins and bills you have, you often can choose to give a cashier a certain number of coins or bills or a combination of them to reduce the amount of change that the cashier gives back to you. And so I'm going to take a look at three examples here altogether, one on each of these pages. And the first one says a bill at a store is $4.19. You have 4 toonies, 3 loonies, and 5 quarters in your pocket. So here's the 4 loonies, 3 toonies, 5 quarters in your pocket. What is a good amount to give the cashier to reduce the amount of change you get back? So first of all, the $4.19 bill would be round to $4.20 because again there's no pennies. So we're going to give the cashier well, at least $4.20. We can't give exactly $4.20 because we don't have any dimes or nickels. Okay, the smallest denomination we have are quarters. So if you give the cashier, well, there's a toonie is $2, another toonie is $4. So I got to make 20 more cents. So if I give a quarter back, or not back, but to the cashier, then that's $4.25. So if you give the cashier 2 toonies and a quarter, there'd be 5 more. You actually have paid 5 cents too much. So that's the change the cashier gives back to you. So that would be a nickel. So that's the smallest number of coins you could get back from this particular scenario. Any other amount would give you more change back. So for example, let's say instead of this quarter, you put a loonie there. So that would be $5 that you would have given them. And so they would owe you 80 cents. And you would probably get 3 quarters, that's 75, and a nickel back. So, and again, I'll take a look at those in more detail. So let's say you gave them the $5. So they're going to subtract $4.20 from that. So they're going to give you 80 cents back. So you would take 3 quarters, which makes 75 cents, and another 5 cents to make the 80. So in that case, if you gave them 2 toonies and a loonie, you'd be getting 3 quarters and a nickel back. So it's certainly more change than just a nickel. Onto the second bill. Second example. A Tim Hortons bill is $8.20. You have a $5 bill, 3 toonies, you have 4 loonies, 2 quarters, a dime and a nickel. So it says, again, what should you use to pay with to receive the smallest number of coins and change? So I'm going to take a look at 2 examples here. One is better than the other. So one of the more normal things people would do is just give a whole dollar amount. So if the bill is $8.20, a 5 and 2 toonies would be $9. So that's 5, 2 more makes 7, 2 more makes 9. So let's bring the calculator back here. So if you're giving the cashier $9 and the bill is $8.20, so we subtract $8.20 from that. So you're getting 80 cents back in change. Well, 80 cents back in change is very similar to that previous example. So your change to get back would be 3 quarters. That's the 75 cents plus a nickel to make 80. So that's not the best solution. That might be a very common way to do it, but that's not the way you could get the smallest number of coins back. A better way would be, so to pay with still a 5 and a toonie, but instead of that second toonie, give a loonie. So that's $8. So 5 and 2 is 7, and 1 more makes 8. That's $8.25. So if you paid $8.25 and $8.20 is the bill, then your change is a mere nickel. And so that's the coins and bills that you could give in order to get the smallest amount of change. Now, if you want to get rid of more coins, if you want to keep the $5 bill, instead of giving the 5, you could give more toonies and loonies to end up with the same amount. So, for example, It's just another possibility. It's $8. We could go 2, 4, 6. Actually, maybe we'll. So we could do this instead. So we could give back a toonie, another toonie, or not give back, but pay with. So that would be $6, $7, $8, and then of course still the quarter. And so you would still get the single nickel back, but you would actually have less coins with you because all you'd have is the 5, and then 2 loonies, a quarter, 2 nickels now, and a dime. So that's another possibility. This one here, though, is the one that gives you the smallest number of, well, I guess it would be the same amount of change back, but you're sort of paying with the smallest number of bills and coins to get the smallest number of amount of change back. So both those, the red one here too, would still be a good solution because if you want to get change out of your pocket, you could do that as well. Example number 3. You order some pizza and the bill comes $13.41. You have the following coins and bills. So this is what we have here. What should you give the cashier to receive back the smallest number of coins for change? So $13.41 would round to $13.40. So 10, 12, 13, and this would be 50 cents. So then you would have paid just 10 cents too much, and your change would be just a dime. So that's the way you could pay to get a single dime back. Now, of course, a very normal way to do this as well would be to pay with a $10 bill and 2 toonies. Okay, a lot of people would do that. If you want to get the smallest amount of change back, though, so, okay, this is $14. So let's bring the calculator back here. So this is $14. So if we plug in $14 minus the charge is $13.40, then you're going to get 60 cents back in change. And so that would be 60 cents would be 2 quarters and a dime. So that would be more change than if you use this scenario here. And that's the end of the tutorial.